Hi, welcome to my channel. My name is Janai and I'll be your yoga teacher for today. This class is to help you relieve some back pain. So we'll be stretching into and strengthening our upper, mid, and lower back. And though you may experience some moderate relief throughout and after today's practice, the best way to experience long-term relief is to continually practice these poses, continue to stretch and strengthen your back. So we'll begin today in a tabletop position with your wrists under your shoulders and your knees under your hips. Spread your fingers nice and wide, make sure your back is flat, press into the tops of your feet. So we'll start by moving through a cat-cow flow. Beginning in this tabletop position, you'll move with your breath. On your inhales, you'll drop your belly towards your mat, point the crown of your head and your tailbone up towards the ceiling. And on your exhales, you'll round through your back, press away from your mat, and draw the crown of your head towards the mat. And we'll just flow back and forth between these poses a few times, moving with your breath. Really trying to make this pose as slow and dramatic as possible. Try to round through your back as much as you can, and then dip your back down as much as you can. This really helps to stretch out your core, lubricate your spine. Take maybe two more rounds, two more inhales and exhales. And then we'll meet back in a neutral tabletop. We'll move into a thread the needle here, so start by grounding down into your left hand. You'll inhale and reach your right arm up to the ceiling, and then exhale, thread your right arm through your left and your legs, and you can keep your left hand by your face or maybe extend it straight ahead. Keep your hips square here, press into your right shoulder and feel that stretch across the top and middle of your back. And just take a few deep breaths here. All right, you can bring your left hand back by your face. Inhale and reach your right arm right back up to the ceiling, and then exhale it back down to meet your left. Then we'll take the same thing on the left side. So this time, inhale and reach your left arm right up, and then exhale, thread it through. Maybe extend your right arm straight ahead. Keep your hips square, press into your left shoulder, and take a few breaths here. All right, you can bring your right hand back by your face. Inhale, sweep your left arm up to the ceiling, and exhale it back down to tabletop. All right, we'll move into a puppy pose now. So from here, you'll keep your hips aligned over your knees and begin to walk your hands forward to draw your chest towards your mat. And you can bring your forehead or your cheek or your chin to your mat, whichever feels best for you. And just feel yourself lengthening through your spine, through your arms. And you can just enjoy this stretch here and the lengthening of your spine and all of your back muscles. Or you can aim to draw your armpits and your chest closer to the mat, kind of to add like a little dip in your back. I like to do this, it helps me crack my back sometimes. So yeah, either or. You can keep your back more flat and just reach straight ahead, or you can aim to dip your back down towards your mat. Whichever feels best for you, or where you notice you want to experience relief. All right, and then from this puppy pose, you'll shift forward onto your elbows and onto your pelvis to come into Sphinx pose. You can spread your feet wide to your mat. You're pressed up on your elbows. Your elbows are aligned right under your shoulders. Spread your fingers wide, reach your chest through your biceps. Maybe gaze up at the ceiling. Maybe take a few neck rolls. All right, and then from here, you can bring your hands under your shoulders, keep your elbows tucked in by your ribs, and we'll take a few baby cobra poses. So just press into your hands to peel your chest off your mat, and then lower right back down. All right, we'll do that a few times. So on your inhales, you'll press into your hands, lift into a baby cobra, and then exhale, lower back down. Inhale, baby cobra. Exhale, lower back down. Inhale, baby cobra. Exhale, lower back down. Maybe 3 more. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, lower down. 1 more. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, lower down. Great job. All right, we'll move into like a snake pose, kind of like a locust pose variation. So you can shoot your hands straight back behind you, or maybe clasp them behind your back. And similar to those cobras we were just doing, you're gonna use your hands to lift your chest. You're gonna pull back and lift your chest. So on an inhale, you'll pull your hands, lift your chest, and then exhale, lower right back down. You can keep your legs flat on your mat. You can lift them into a full locust pose if you would like. Again, this is your practice, whatever feels good for you. All right, so we'll do those a few times. So you'll inhale, lift, exhale, lower. Inhale, lift, exhale, lower. Inhale, lift, exhale, lower. And then we'll do 1 more, but this time we'll hold it for a few breaths. So inhale, lift. Take 3 deep breaths here. Great job, and you can release. All right, you can bring your hands back under your shoulders like how we did for that cobra pose. And this time, maybe try to straighten all the way through your arms, only if that feels good to you. If you feel any pinching in your lower back, then do not do that. So you can inhale, press into your hands, peel your chest off your mat, maybe straighten through your arms, and feel that stretch. Take 1 more inhale here. And then you can exhale, shift your hips back towards your heels and come into a child's pose to counter out those back bends. You can keep your arms extended straight ahead of you, or maybe bring them to your sides, whichever feels better for you. All right, great job. And then from here, roll up to your tabletop. Bring your knees back under your hips. Curl your toes under and lift your hips, send them up and back to downward facing dog. Great job. Maybe inhale to your toes and press your heels a little closer to your mat on an exhale. Press into your hands to draw your chest a little closer towards the tops of your thighs. And feel your spine elongating down toward your mat, extending through your arms. Just continue to take a few deep breaths here. Of course, you can keep a bend in your knees if that feels good for you. And then when you're ready, you can make your way to stepping right behind your wrists. Keep a generous bend in your knees here. And here in this ragdoll pose, you can keep your fingertips on your mat, or you can grab opposite elbows. Whichever you choose, just completely relax your upper body over your legs. Feel that release of tension in your neck and your back. Maybe sway side to side here. Just take a few breaths here. This is a great pose you can do in the middle of your day. If you're experiencing lower back pain, just come into this ragdoll pose and release some tension. Alright, if you grab the opposite elbows, you can release your fingertips back to your mat. And then you can begin to roll up slowly, as slow as you can, one vertebrae at a time to come to standing, with your head coming absolutely last. Then you can roll your shoulders down your back. Alright, we're moving to some ab twists. So to do this, start by stepping your right foot a little more forward than your left into like a lunge. It doesn't have to be too dramatic of a lunge, but it should still be a bend in this front right knee. You can bring your hands to your hips. Try to keep a neutral spine here as well. So here in this lunge, try not to be like leaning forward, arching your back or anything like that. Try to be with your spine neutral as if you were just standing up straight. Bring your hands to your hips and we're gonna twist towards our front leg. So first it's going to be our right leg. So here we're just going to twist to the right. And you can gaze straight ahead or maybe gaze over your right shoulder. And feel that twist in your lower back. All right, untwist and then step back to meet your left foot. And this time step your left foot forward with a slight bend in your knee. And then we'll twist to the left this time. All right, we'll do that one more time on each side. So step your right foot forward and then twist to the right. And remember, this is a video. Feel free to pause if you would like to hold any of these poses a little bit longer. I'm really kind of just giving you guys a list of poses you can practice on your own to help you release any back pain when you're experiencing it. Alright, and then you can step your right foot back, step your left foot forward, and we'll twist to the left. And then you can twist forward and step back. Great job. Inhale and sweep your arms up overhead in an extended mountain pose. And then exhale, slight back bend. Lift your chest, gaze up at the ceiling. Take a full breath here. Inhale back up to center. Then exhale, reach forward, straight ahead of you, not down. So bring your back about parallel with the floor. Reach your arms straight out in front of you. And we'll hold this pose for a few breaths, strengthening our core, strengthening our back. A lot of back pain comes from simply having weak core muscles, weak back muscles. And then when your muscles need to go perform work, they are in pain because they're weak. So by strengthening your back muscles, that helps to relieve the pain because they become stronger and it hurts less for them to do the work that they need to do. Take one more inhale here. Then you can exhale and fold forward. All right, great job. When you're ready, you can make your way to a seat. We'll come into a seated straddle. So you can bring your legs wide to a V. All right, so here in a seated straddle, we're gonna take a few more twists and we're gonna let our knees follow the direction that we're twisting. So for example, when I twist to the right, my left knee naturally wants to rotate inwards and my right knee outwards. And same thing on the left. The right knee wants to turn inwards, the left knee wants to turn outwards, okay? So you can keep your hands behind you or wherever will help you find the most stability. And we're just gonna twist side to side, letting our knees follow. So twist to the right, and to the left. And we'll just do this a few times. You might notice yourself scooting forward a little bit. That always happens to me too. Maybe we'll go to each side like 2 more times. Alright, great job. Alright, you can bring your right foot in towards your left hip, and we'll come into a half forward of the fish's pose, is what that's called. Alright, so then you can bend into your left foot, and if it feels good for you to keep it in front of your right knee, that's fine, you can stay there, or you can step your left foot over your right knee. This will help you come into a bit of a deeper twist, but again, always listen to your body, find what works for you. And we'll twist to the left here. So your right knee should be on the bottom, your left knee should be over top here. And we'll twist to the left. And here you can use your right arm to hug around your left knee, or maybe bring your right elbow to the outside of your left knee. And just find a twist here. You can gaze over to the left or maybe over your left shoulder. And just take a few deep breaths here. All right, take one more inhale here, and on your exhale, gently release, and we'll switch sides. So you can bring your left foot in towards your right hip, and again, you can step your right foot either in front of your left knee or on the outside of your left knee, and we'll be twisting to the right. Your left arm can come to hug around your right leg, or you can bring your left elbow on the outside of your right leg, and gaze over to the right or over your right shoulder. Take a few deep breaths here. one more inhale here, and then exhale, gently release. We can come to an easy pose here with your legs crossed, or if that's uncomfortable, you can sit with your legs straight out in front of you, or maybe sitting on your knees. Just any comfortable seat here. Sit up nice and tall. And then you'll inhale and open your arms real big, like you're holding the world. And then you'll exhale and cross your hands to opposite knees. So your right hand is on your left knee, your left hand is on your right knee. And then here, you want to try to round through your back as much as possible. So draw your chin towards your chest, round through your back, and feel that stretch across the top of your back. This stretch feels so good to me. I do this almost every day, like when I wake up. All right, inhale and open your arms real big again. And then exhale, cross your hands to opposite knees with your other arm on top this time. Same thing, round through your back, draw your chin towards your chest. All right, inhale and open your arms real big, one more time. And then exhale them down, great job. You can bring your legs straight out in front of you now. Sit up nice and tall, flex your toes towards your face. Inhale, reach your arms up. And then exhale, leading with your chest, begin to fold forward over your legs. If you need to keep a bend in your knees here, that's fine. If you don't come to reach your toes, that is absolutely fine. As long as you're leading with your chest and not rounding your back, that's what matters. You can begin to release and come to lying on your back. We're almost done. So your soles of your feet can be flat on your mat with your knees bent. Bring your arms to your sides with your hands by your hips, pointing towards your feet. We'll come into a bridge pose. So we'll start with an inhale, and then you'll exhale, press into your heels and lift your hips off your mat. All right, so you're pressing into your shoulders, draw your chin towards your chest, engage your glutes, draw your knees together, maybe even clasp your hands under your body, and take a few breaths here. Again, this is one of those poses that will help strengthen your back. Take one more inhale here. And then exhale, lower down. Draw your knees to your chest, hug your knees. Maybe rock side to side for a gentle spinal massage. And then we'll come into some reclined spinal twists. So you can bring your arms out to a T or maybe to cactus arms with your elbows bent. And then you'll let your knees fall over first to the right side. Still stacking your knees and your ankles. Keep your shoulders pressed into your mat so your back is still flat with your chest facing up to the ceiling. Your body is not turning over to the side that you're letting your knees fall over to. And you can gaze up at the ceiling or over your left shoulder. If you let your knees fall over to the left side first, that's absolutely fine. Just gaze over the opposite shoulder that your knees are facing. And just take a few breaths here. All right, on your next inhale, draw your knees back up to center, and then exhale and let them fall over to the other side. And then gaze again up at the ceiling or over your opposite shoulder. Still keep your shoulders pressed into your mat with your back flat and your chest facing up at the ceiling. And just take deep breaths here. All right, on your next inhale, draw your knees up to center. We'll move into a happy baby pose. So begin to draw your knees towards your armpits, face the soles of your feet up to the ceiling. You can grab onto the outer or inner edges of your feet. Flex your toes towards your face. And maybe rock side to side here. Just feel that release of tension in your lower back here in this happy baby pose. All right, and then from here, you'll draw the soles of your feet together and then let them fall to your mat. So your legs are in a butterfly pose, but you're still laying down. Just let your knees splay out to the sides. You can rest your hands on your inner thighs or just at your sides, maybe one hand on your heart and one hand on your belly. And take a few breaths here. Maybe take a moment here to reflect on your practice. Which poses you enjoyed, which poses felt good to you, which poses did not serve you, which ones you may continue to do, because remember, the way to experience long-term relief is to continue to practice these yoga poses and continue to stretch your back and strengthen your back muscles. Take one more deep breath here, in through your nose and sigh it out your mouth. And you can stay here for as long as you like, or you can end your practice here and make your way back to a seated position. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope that you enjoyed. I hope that you experienced some type of pain relief while watching this video. But again, it's very important to continue to practice these poses to experience pain relief in the long run. So you can continue to watch this video, or you can take from this video which poses you feel like best served you, and maybe just do a few poses every morning or throughout your day. Like I said, you can do that ragdoll pose anytime you're noticing any lower back pain and anything like that. So leave a comment below. Let me know which poses were your favorite, which poses, feel like best helped your back pain. Let me know. I like hearing feedback, and as always, always, you can also comment to let me know any videos you would like to see. So, you know, if this video was for back pain, maybe you want a video stretching out a certain part of your body or relieving a different type of pain, maybe like neck pain or something. I don't know, y'all let me know, okay? Definitely subscribe to my channel for more yoga content. Be on the lookout for weekly videos I upload on Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays. You can give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed, and I'll see you guys in another video. Namaste.